Bumbleclot. Literal bumbo clot. Anyway, it's the most comfortable thing for my hemorrhoidal situation I got going on right now. It collects the fluids that are leaking from my vehicle. Yes. What else? It's most comfortable. I can use pads, but the pads rub on the protrusions at the end of my rectum. That's very uncomfortable. And like my daughter would say, I got big butt problems where when I lay down, there's this one lump here that is so big that when I lay down, it just clamps between my two butt cheeks. So sometimes I have to just lift up one of my butt cheeks so that I can have some relief. Even trying to lay down with my legs up in the air like this is uncomfortable. At one point, I couldn't laugh, I couldn't cough. That was a terrible experience. Yeah, but I learned a lot, so thank you. And now I can teach people, so I hope that people are listening to what the hell I'm saying. If you're suffering from hemorrhoids, underwears and pads, if they're paining you, it's better to just use a cloth. This is one of my shirts that I just kind of folded and I stick it inside my shorts because it's softer and it's very flexible, so it moves with the body and whatever the body is doing. The pads are more, you know, they're more rigid, so yeah, we don't need this anymore. Yeah, the pads are more rigid, so it could create more pain rather than give you relief. Now I see why the Greek, is it the Greeks that used to wear something that looked like diapers type of, because at one point, well, I couldn't wear underwear, so I used to get like maybe a pillowcase, or I bought some of them like microfiber towels and stuff, so I used to just kind of pin it on me like a diaper, so that way if any fluids are leaking, it gets caught in the cloth rather than um me making a mess every fucking way. And it felt like pants, so I felt covered and I felt comfortable. And all I have to do is make sure that I don't squeeze the lumps that are at the rectum giving me so much problems. Now, from the first day that it happened, when I was in the toilet, I was spewing blood when I went to do a number two. There was actual blood leaking and spewing. That has since cleared up, and I think I've been hit with the same thing twice after that experience. Yesterday being the last. Whatever my food was laced with to cause this problem, I consumed it probably yesterday or the day before yesterday. I'm not sure how long it takes, whatever it is, to go through the system and create the effect that you guys were trying to have on my body. But yeah, it's happened twice since then. And these last two episodes have not been as terrible as the first one. So we thank God for that. What else? So I woke up this morning from a dream. In the dream, I was with some people, and there was this one young girl in a coffin. We were on the edge of a cliff. There was a tree And it's like, have you seen the Lion King when they were on top of that rock and they were holding up the baby? What we were on looked like that. So there was nothing at the bottom, but it was a steep fall if you were to go forward. So this girl was in the coffin, and the coffin was leaning up on the tree like this. So the base is on the ground, and the top bit is on the tree. And I was telling her, look, come out of that coffin and pull the coffin back so at least you're not so close to the edge for it to like slip and just straight over. Yeah, that's not what we want. So when I got that dream, the energies led me to you. So I woke up feeling like, yeah, we need to do a What God Wants Astro Queen to Know reading, because really and truly, Astro Queen, whatever you're going through, it feels like it's a lot, but it's not that serious. Whatever it is that you're going through, just like whatever it is that I'm going through, it's not that serious. It's all how you approach it, and it's all about how you see it. The first thing I want to tell you, I'm going to speak to you first and then I'm going to let God speak to you. I'm speaking to you as a sister. I'm speaking to you as a fellow tarot reader. I'm speaking to you because you have helped me to grow over the last couple of years since I found your channel. Your spirit, your knowledge, your vibe has been a blessing to me. So now I'm returning the favor. You know a lot, but there's a lot that you don't know. Admit that first thing. Okay? Second thing, you're growing. All of us are growing. So give yourself space and permission to get things wrong so that you can grow. Because that's what growth is about. It's trial and error. The third thing I want you to realize. I can't remember. Hold on. So, it was another good point. Oh yeah, I need you to realize that love is not a weakness. Kindness is not a weakness. Being humble is not a weakness. Okay? I express all those things, and yet still I'm winning. So that should be proof to you that being of a good nature is not a weakness. It's actually a strength. Because the thing is, there's a time to be weak and there's a time to be strong. There's a time to stand down and there's a time to stand up. Okay? So these are things that you need to first realize. I think that you're expecting too much of yourself. It's like you're a, I wouldn't say you're a baby. Let's say you're a toddler, but you want to be an adult so bad. Come on, relax, slow down. You're gonna get there. And the things that you prioritize, it's not a good ambition to want to be the best. It is more plausible and it is more ideal to simply want to be the best version of yourself. Do not measure yourself up against anybody, because what made you has also made everybody else. You understand? The same thing that made you, the same thing that inspires you, the same thing that informs you, it also made everybody else. So there's a lot of competition. So instead of running competition with other people, run competition with yourself. Be better than who you were last year, type thing. You know what I'm saying? It's more doable. Okay? Because there will always be somebody better. But are they really better though? Because what makes us is our experiences and the philosophical information that we have been fortunate enough to come across. Now, the type of information that we come across in our life depends on the type of people that we have around us. So it's like we are, for the most part, when we're young, we are as great as our environment is. And that's one of the reasons why adulthood is so good, is because when you're an adult, you get to go seek what information and develop your own character at your own free will without measure. So there's nothing stopping you when you're an adult. When you're young, you have no choice but to be who, like your mother, your aunties, the friends, the school that you went to, your community. You can't be anything more than what they are. Okay? So for how we are, we just have to acknowledge, okay, this is the hand that life has dealt us. Another point that I needed to make for you is the reason why your past was so tumultuous is because you're special. You know this anyway, because you have opened my mind to a lot of it when you talk about like the initiations and stuff like that. So you know, okay? But do you want to be initiated into the dark tribe or the tribe of light? Personally, what I see when I look at you is that you belong to the tribe of light, but you feel drawn to the darkness because you underestimate the power of the tribe of light. You don't think that we're strong enough, but I'm hashtag winning against all of you for many, 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 many years. And I never once decided to go roll with the darkness. Because if everybody rolls with the darkness, there will be no hope for humanity, period. You see? Now, whether or not you choose to stay with the darkness or you choose to roll with the light is irrelevant, really. It's your life experience. Do what you're called to do. But me personally, what I want for you is for you to be well, for you to be fine, for you to feel strong. I would prefer you not deal with the darkness, but if you're meant to, then I respect that. Because we all need each other. God made the darkness and the light and saw that it was good. God is the author of good and evil. If God wasn't for evil, God wouldn't have made it or allow it to thrive. The dark and the light have their moments. We have our duty post, our importance. We have our value. We matter. We both matter. So whatever you choose to be, it's on you. But I personally just want you to be okay because I respect you. I know you don't think that I could sit at your table because it's like, who's this new girl? You can't sit with us. Remember that? It's like, okay, I'll just go about my business then. I can't even subscribe to you guys' channel. I have to be careful when I like your videos. When I like your videos, it's because the shit really hit me. So I'm like, fuck you and how you feel. Like, okay, that's the life that I'm living when it comes to you people. I get it. Okay? It's the human in you that's making you behave like that. Because if you were in tune with your divine self, you would see the light in me. And you would realize that we would work better as alliances rather than opposition. But if we're meant to be opposition, I respect that. But I'm going to win. You're going to get some good licks in there. You're going to get some good hits, okay? Because you're good at whatever it is that you do. But ultimately, I'm the monster. Nah, I'm joking. Let me stop messing with you. But no, really though, I'm gonna win because it's good. It's the time for good to win or succeed in the chronological story of life. Yeah, we're in a season where light is just dominating. So we are the winning team right now. Because that's how God wants it. Simple as that. It's like there's been too much damage and God wants people to have a little piece of heaven on earth for a while. And that's the reason why we will continue to win. The biggest thing is getting the people of light to have the confidence in the fact that it is our season. I feel like that's the greatest challenge right now. Because it's like evil has been reigning and winning for so long that people are just afraid. And I see why they're afraid. It's because you do stupid shit to people that make them have to wear bumper clots. You see what I'm saying? This shit hurt. Okay? It's saddening. It's heartbreaking. It has the power to make you just want to give up and wonder, like, am I really on the right team? Is this what it's supposed to be like? But people of light, yes, this is what it's supposed to be like. We're on a battlefield, okay? This is like gunshots. Okay? You have to be able to suffer for what you believe in, or else you will never make progress. Okay? It's not fucking unicorns. You have on my unicorn suit. Pretty. Yeah. Yeah, it's not all about unicorns and rainbows, my loves. We sometimes we get slapped, we get our teeth knocked out, we get our skin fucked up, we get our vehicle just fucked up. They're called battle scars. Okay? We need to normalize suffering for what we believe in. Because if you say you believe in something, yet you're not willing to do the ride or die thing for that thing that you claim you believe in, then you're just as well as irrelevant. Useless. Yeah, they can't say that about me. I go hard for my shit. Anyway, so let's see, what does God want to tell you? Astro Queen, don't be jealous. Stop it. It's not a good look. You're choosing the losing team right now. If you want to win, then you have to choose the light. You'll be doing that walk with the rest of the people who want to come out of the secret society. It's a matter of what you believe in your mind. I've already done a reading on it. Check the Secret Society playlist and you'll see the video of what God says. God says you just need to hold a vision and stick to it. Like, if you don't want to be a part of it, if you don't want to be under their contracts, obviously it's going to be a challenge. But if your answer is no, let your answer be a no. An absolute no. And you have to be willing to go through hell and high water in order to reclaim your independence, your freedom from said society. So just know it's not going to be an easy feat, but it's not impossible if you choose to work with the Most High. You can't be wishy-washy about your mission if you choose to leave them. I don't know what you're doing over there. I think you're over there because you think it's fun. I don't think you think it's fun right now. And that's why I had to come and do you this reading so that you could find your inspiration again. Like, get the hell up. It's not that serious. Come and be great again. I'm tired of your most recent readings. You just keep saying that fucking phrase like, I don't know. How the fuck you don't know? You're supposed to know. Why are you here if you don't know? Your brain is just taking you some next place. Your readings don't make no sense. It's like you're not hearing from your guides anymore. You're just guessing. Snap out of it. Get back into good graces with whatever it was that was fueling you, because I'm sure that's what the secret society loved in you in the first place. That's why they chose you, because they see that you have real gifts. But maybe God has diminished your gifts so that they can't use you, because they're meant to be losing right now. So it's like, that's why you're fucking up. But let me stop chatting now. Okay, let's see. What do you want to say to Astro Clean? Astro Clean. I like that. Astro Clean. I need some water. Astro Clean. I've never called you that. I've called you Asteroid Queen. I've called you Empress. I've called you Astro Queen. I've called you Queen. That shit never come out my mouth. Astro Clean. I like that actually. That's your temporary name. I put some aloe in my water. It's kind of yellowish. I'm trying to help my kidneys and my liver from whatever the fuck y'all put in my food or drink. It's like grapefruit juice without a drop of sugar. No sweetness. Anywho. Alright, Mosai, talk to your daughter. Astro Clean, Astro Queen. What do you want to say to Astro Queen? Let's get her back on her feet again. Let's relight her fire. Let's bring our Astro Queen back. Please and thank you. You're my sister. I don't give a fuck how you feel about that. I didn't ask you how you feel about that. Even if you tried to kill me, you're still my sister. I probably tried to kill you back, but you're still my sister. You know? One love, one heart. Let's get together and be alright or fine. One love, one heart. I'll give thanks and praise to the Lord, 'cause I am gonna be alright. Let's get together and shine the light or fight. I'll give thanks and praise to the Lord, 'cause I'm gonna be alright. You steady. You think goodness is weak? Hey, you know, it's so sad that people see love like that. Love is one of the hardest things to do, especially after you've been betrayed, especially if you don't trust someone and shit like that. It's easy to be mean. But not for me though. Because when I'm mean, that shit sits on my conscience. I don't like that feeling. That's why I don't do that dumb shit. I need to keep my conscience clear. I need to keep my waters pure. Trust me. I did this one thing when I was young, yeah? When I was a little girl. I'm still gonna tell you. Whether you use it against me, I don't really care. I did this one sin when I was like 3 years old, and I still remember it. And when I got to adulthood, I had to apologize to the girl. And I haven't seen her in person. But when I see her in person, if I ever do, I need to make sure I apologize to her. I apologized publicly. So hopefully somebody saw the message and delivered it to her. But that shit sits with me. And that time I was like, I did it when I was 3. And when I confessed, to get that shit off my chest. I was, how many years ago? I probably did that about 4 years ago. So that would be when I was 38. Yeah, man. Because the same way that it sits in my chest and make me feel uncomfortable is the same way if she was conscious of what I was doing, it must have sat with her and it must have like enraged her. You see what I'm saying? To be treated like that. And that's how shit be happening to people. Because you offend somebody, you offend the wrong person, I should say, they won't forget. Because for me, it's like, look how many things have been done to me. And I'm not holding it against any of you. That's because God didn't give me that type of heart. Because it's important for me to have the type of heart that I have so that I can complete the mission that I've been put on. You see, because God knew that I would have to deal with a lot of disrespect, a lot of attacks and stuff like that. If I was to be angry and hold a grudge against everybody who did all the things that were done to me, listen, yeah, I'd be looking old and decrepit because what? It's not like say there's anybody in front of me where I could pinpoint and say, yeah, we have a bone to settle or we have a matter to settle. No. You people do it, you do it from behind the scenes where I can't reach you and shit like that. So I can't even punch nobody or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? So I just had to find another direction to go when it comes to making myself whole again after being broken. It's mind over matter. And it feels better to handle it this way as well because it just takes the weight off of me. That's why I say it's good to be forgiving because it's not something that you do for others. It's also something that you do for yourself. I'm grateful for the life that I live. It hasn't been easy, but I don't regret it. I figured out why I need a lotion pot to do my readings. They've contaminated my water. And that's the reason why my hands be so dry that I can't deal the cards. My hands just slide on top of the cards. I forgot my lotion pot. Uh-oh. Yeah. That was a terrible idea. This is my massage bed. I think I just broke that part where you put your face through. I put the cushion thing in there and my knee went on it just now. I just popped it out of place. Lovely. Okay. Ooh, look at what's at the bottom of the deck. The goddess of never not broken. Like I said, you had a traumatic lifetime, a traumatic childhood. It's always been hard for you, you know? The same with me. Molestations when we're young, from family members and friends of family, you know? Being hated upon. Let's see, what does God want to tell you? Everybody in the house caught chicken pox. I got it the worst. Surprise, surprise. When my chicken pox left, I looked like a fucking grater. I never thought my skin would clear up again. But I didn't care even then. And that time I was probably about 12. God has given me a heart of go with the flow since I was a little child. This is the Divine Feminine deck, by the way. That's what God led me to for you. Because you're a goddess. You're a divine feminine. At least you're supposed to be. So the first card to fall out for you, we have Queen of the Outsiders. It says, I have arrived. I am where I will always be. In love. Yeah. That's where you're supposed to look to form your allegiances. In love. Not in other people's groups and posses and stuff, because people put you up and take you down at their convenience. People put you up, take you down, and take you out at their convenience. So that's what God wants to tell you. God says you have arrived. You are where you will always be, in love. Love is the most powerful thing of all, okay? Then we have the Prophetess of True Power. It says, I call my power back from all times and all places. I am my own. And this is where I met you. Actually, no, you were kind of weird that time when you were talking about these children that were supposed to be born and shit. But over the years, I see that you broke away and got into your own power. So I've seen you in your own power. But God is saying you need to call your power back from all times and places. God says you need to be in love and call all your power back. Stop stretching yourself so thin. Stop giving your allegiance to these people. They do not have your best interests at heart. All they want to do is use you for whatever they can use you for. They want to use your gifts because they don't have any. So they're corrupting you, probably offering you money and nice apartments and stuff like that. But is it worth it? You're losing your gifts. So it's like if you do lose your gifts, then you lose the one thing that they're keeping you on board for. So it will be in your best interest to immediately start pulling your power back. You may have to go through some tough times, like I said. The underlying issue, we have the Saint of Spoken Words. Every word I say becomes a prayer. I am the author of my own story. So watch how you're talking to yourself. Look, the enlightened feminine. My gut instinct is wise beyond reason. I trust my intuition to guide me. Do that. So, anything you want to... Which one? Okay, so we're going to dig a bit more into the Prophetess of True Power. I call my power back from all times and places. I am my own. Right now, you belong to the idiots. You need to belong to yourself so that you can shine. Listen, you may suffer, but the end result... And look at me. I used to hear you talking about not paying rent for God knows how long. That was actually my story. I know you don't know, but that's my story. I haven't paid them rent for months now, and they can't do shit because I don't belong to them, and this don't belong to them. And the one time that they tried to do some crazy shit, well, the first time I should say, they tried to do some crazy shit, God showed them how it could burn down this whole fucking complex. And all these people in here, all these actors, all these secret agents that live in these buildings, they will be homeless too. Because they've been trying to make me homeless for God knows how long, probably a year and a half or something like that. So they slowly stopped all my money from flowing in. So then I can't afford to pay my rent. So not being able to afford to pay my rent and my council tax, they thought that they would be able to hit me with legitimate letters of threats of eviction and court, and I just throw them shit in the rubbish, because you can't be talking to me. You're not gonna sabotage my business and then try to stress me about paying my fucking rent. Fuck you. There is a God. And if God is who God says it is, then I must get justice in this here situation. Something has to happen. Whatever happens is gonna be in my best interest. And so far, I'm still here. Not paying them shit and telling them to their face too. Because it's wrong. Don't try bully me. So let's see. So we're taking a closer look at the prophetess of true power, okay? About calling your power back from all time and places. Let's see, what does God want to tell you about this energy? I am in the middle of cooking. I should go and turn the stove down before I even start. Hang on. Cooking some beef. At least I think it's beef. It may be some chopped up humans they sent here for me so that they can laugh behind the scenes. I'm gonna eat it anyway. The life we live. You can get with this or you can get with that. Alright, let's see. What does God want to tell you? We're gonna have beef, stew beef, rice and kidney beans. I want some ripe plantain, fried plantain. And what else? There was something else. I had some stir-fried cabbage and carrots from the day before yesterday. We can have that. There was something else that I was gonna put with that. It seems incomplete. That's why I need to write stuff down. At the bottom of the deck. So we had a transgender energy at the bottom of the deck. My G. So then the bottom of the deck here we got P, transgender. Then we got homosexual. E for end it. Okay. So God is like, you need to get your sexual energy in order. Okay. So it's like you like to be in this energy where you feel like you love to be in your masculine energy. God is saying you need to be in that pom-pom energy. That's what I'm getting from the cards, okay? You need to tone that shit down. You need to get into your femininity. Being soft doesn't mean that you're being weak. It says, I call my power back from all times and places. So you feel like being in your masculine energy is what's gonna show your strength and keep your head above the water and all that, when God is the one who's supposed to be your strength. Your God, your ancestors. Listen, it doesn't matter what you choose to believe in. You could choose to believe in God, ancestors, angels, whatever it is. It's a positive energy that you need to put your trust in. Okay? Because all of it is God. Alright? When you're doing this, it's like you're trying to do everything yourself. And God says, I am your help. God wants to be your help. You're taking on your masculine energy, your G energy, because you don't feel that you have any help. You need to test the universe. You need to test out God and see. And if God doesn't give you what you want, it doesn't mean that God isn't there. It doesn't mean that God isn't going to help you. It doesn't mean that God isn't doing what it's supposed to do. It just means that God is smarter than you. And there's strategies. You understand? It's a mathematical strategy that God is taking you through so that you could come out on top. So if God is taking people away, let them go. If God is taking stuff away from you, let it go. Don't be ashamed or afraid to downgrade so that you can get a proper upgrade. Okay? Stop trying to hold on so tightly to everything and everyone that you feel make you feel like a winner, because those are all false. That's how you give your power away. So God says get into your feminine energy, get into your pussy energy. Allow yourself to be a lady, allow yourself to be feminine, allow yourself to be vulnerable, not to people but to the universe, to God, to your angels, to your ancestors. Not the demons. Not negative energy. You have help, but they can't come in and help you because you're always doing stuff to help yourself. And it's always very heavy stuff. I wouldn't be surprised if you have gray hairs all over your head right now. It's stressful. God wants to be your friend, or your angels, or whatever it is, that whatever positive energy that used to give you all them downloads and make you great. I think that you started falling off probably, I don't know, like a year now, roughly about that. So whatever you were doing before that, go back to it. Take your power back. So we got transgender. Exactly. Go from your G energy to your P energy. God is saying transfer that energy. Test the universe. Test your ancestors. Test whatever it is that you believe in. That's where your power is. That's where your light is. That's where your shine is. Because you're not doing very well right now. And I don't know if I'm the only one who tells you, but it's because your heart and your mind are not in the right place. Your energy is all spread out. You're not comfortable within yourself. You need to take your power back. Stop trying to do everything yourself. Just like how people sell their soul to the devil, I sold my soul to God. Sell your soul to God. Take up your cross and walk with Most High God. That's true power. Look at me. I'm the one who is on the quote unquote losing team. I'm the one who doesn't have an expensive apartment and cars to drive. I'm the one who can't take holidays as and when I feel like, but it's there coming for me. So sometimes don't be afraid to start humble. If you even just live in a fucking one room, make that shit look beautiful and feel at peace in there. Because you're with God, not with evil people who just want to suck your energy and then leave you empty. They only want you as much as you can help them. Where if you can't help them, then they will have nothing to do with you. God want you whether you can help it or not, because God just love you, period. It's better you form alliances with people who love you just for being you. Whether you're weak or you're strong, they still love you. That's how love actually goes. Stop living for convenience. Stop forming alliances of convenience, because once you can't provide that thing anymore, they throw you on the garbage heap, and then what are you gonna do? Call back your energy. End this homosexual energy. I don't know if God is actually talking about you liking the same sex or whatever, but I guess so. Cause yeah, end that shit. Ooh, and then the V was coming. So end this vagina thing. Look, it fell out my hand. So we got homosexual, E, and V. So yes, God want you to get in touch with the men in your life again. Okay? They may hurt us and all of that, but at least an alliance with a man is actually the natural order of things. It's showing respect to the universe and the natural way of life. Be a female. Be a lady. You dress like a tomboy because the shit is comfortable. But your energy, give yourself permission to be you. Stop trying to be strong and actually be strong. Because being strong is an effortless thing if you're doing it right. Okay? It's like only get up and fight when you need to fight. Otherwise sit fucking pretty. Okay? And let God help you do the heavy lifting. So that's the first thing that God wants to tell you. You need to get back into your feminine energy and stop trying to do everything. God know you're a G, but you don't need to show everybody all the fucking time. That shit is tiring. Okay? Give yourself permission to be sweet. Give yourself permission to be a lady. Give yourself permission to be at rest. Okay? You need to test the universe, see if they're still on your side. And you'll find it is. So being on your side doesn't mean that you're going to get everything you want when you want it, how you want it. That's not how the universe works. Because the universe can see what's coming next. So the universe is like our CIA, what you call that main board? It's like the CIA head office. It tells you what to do, when to do it, and stuff like that. It tells you not yet. It tells you go now. Okay? So that we can win the game. Because we're playing the game against these people who, they got fucking cameras everywhere. They've been studying us for years. They have an advantage over us. So now our advantage over them is the divine itself. And I know you know about that type of stuff. I don't know what made you leave. Maybe they sold you the dream of, living that good life. But if it's not time for you yet to live that way, then to try and force it is to throw your vibe off balance, you see? And that's exactly what we see happening. Take small steps. Don't worry about what people want to say about you. Don't try to run any races with anybody. Don't be in a competition with anybody for anything. Stay in your lane. That's where your true glory is. That's where your true shine is. Because I don't have a lot, but so many people are jealous of me. Why? Because when you're in your energy that you're supposed to be in, it makes you look like you're a giant. I don't have a lot. I have like, damn, right now I got 19 pounds in my bank account. Yeah, I haven't been making any money from my businesses for months now. But I do what I've been called to do, in spite of what I have and what I don't have, who I have and who I don't have. I haven't had my family around me for God knows how long. I've been out here in this world basically by myself, me and my daughter. You don't need them. If God don't put them in your life, it's because you don't need them. You're better off just like how God put you. And the reason why God put you with those people is so that you can learn something. It's not for you to stay there. You were just passing through. Now it's time for you to go home. Get back to being you. Back to your roots. I'm surprised nobody's been tampering with this reading. Hey, where's the opposition? A wagwan. Everything has moved so smoothly. I haven't had to pray for God to remove any energies out of my way or nothing. Like, interesting. One would expect opposition in a reading like this under these circumstances and shit. Now let's everybody actually want to hear what's being revealed. See, no problems at all. Why did you fall out? Are we leaving that? Okay, so we're leaving that there. Interesting. We have a mystery card. Look at the bottom of the deck. What do you need to release? That's the underlying issue. You need to let some stuff go. So the card to come out for you, we have hold your vision. Okay, I want to read it from the book, and then we're gonna check out that mystery card. Fixed moon. (106). Okay, I'm gonna hold it up. If you want to pause and read it, you can. Moving this side. Okay. So it says there are two main possibilities with this card. The first is that you need to stand firm in whatever situation you're in. The second, very different. The second very different interpretation is that something is stuck. That could well be referring to the situation you're asking about. If that's the case, have a think about what you can do to grease the wheels so that events move forward, like taking your power back. Are you being stubborn? If so, that's great, because if you really want things to change, there's a solution. It says stop digging your heels in. See, this is why I showed you so you can read it your damn self, because that didn't sound right to me. Okay, say, if so, that's great, because if you really want things to change, there is a solution. Stop digging your heels in. Duh. It says be the one to break a deadlock. With two interpretations for this card, it's up to you to decide what's going on and which meaning applies to you. This offers up a chance for some self-reflection. The attuned to the moon part says, yes, just say, oh, my phone's about to die. Just say the word a lot and see how it feels. What word? I don't know. You can read the rest. But yeah, they're saying it's either you need to hold whatever vision you have, or you're actually stuck. And at the bottom of the deck it says, what do you need to release? So I feel like the stuck energy is the one that applies to you. Let's see what the mystery card is. It says the answers you need are coming. Yeah. So the answers that you need for you to know how to take your power back and become whole again and be back in your power and shine your light the way how you were designed to, those answers are coming. All right. So let's see. The underlying issue was, what do you need to release? And your hard work is paying off. Once you release it, your hard work will pay off. And then it says, take time to breathe out. So don't stress yourself, okay? Because it's not about being in a sunshiny, beautiful place all the time. It's about having peace within yourself, even in the middle of the drama, even in the middle of the trauma. Stop allowing outside influences to dictate your emotional energy. Okay, stop allowing outside influences to manipulate your emotional body. Okay, you have the power. Just because they do something to make you vexed don't mean that you need to be vexed, because that shit makes you ugly. That shit makes your hair go gray. Okay, it fucks up your physical body. So yeah, no, you maintain control over your emotions. All right, so I always have a healthy dose of detachment. Always exercise a healthy dose of detachment to everything and everyone. Yeah, we got balance, spirituality, and practicality. Yeah. So it's like the same thing I just said about how your outside world affects your inside world. Balance that. And it's time to release negativity. Precisely. So yeah, let that shit go. You don't need to hold on to that. Yeah, because we got fiery climax approaches. That would be you wanting to fuck some shit up. But, you know, sometimes God put us in these things to show us that we didn't need to explode and things still get sorted out. So just be patient. Okay? So, right now what you need to release is all those who are taking your power from you. All those people, organizations, circumstances, philosophical ideologies that are taking your power away from you. Get back to being Astro Queen by becoming Astro Clean. And the thing is, it's like, not to offend you, right? You probably take it as offense, but I pray you would listen to me and really do the maths on what I'm saying rather than be upset. But you practice a lot of astrology. You claim to you use that to govern your life, right? Because you find that it's the most powerful way to go. But it's like, in this situation, have you been doing your research in this situation? How did you get into this mess if astrology is that powerful, or if you are so into astrology? So where did the mix up happen? That's what I want to know. Were you not doing your research to find out who I am and stuff like that, or did it not matter to you? Did you think that you could still like overcome what the, because if you were doing your research on me and what you're getting into with me, you would find that messing with me is not a good idea. It's not gonna go well. Not unless the source that you were tapping into was lying to you. You see what I'm saying? So something went wrong somewhere. Yeah, because if you were tapping into the right source, it would have told you who I am, and it would have told you don't waste your time. It would have told you how this would have actually played out. You know what I'm saying? So whatever source you're tapping into, it's secondary. The energy is secondary. It's not the primary energy that you're used to tapping into. You know? So I hope that you find your way back so your loving audience can enjoy our Astro Queen once again. Okay? I don't hate you. I will never hate you, but if you fuck with me, I'ma fuck with you. Okay? So, me and my bumbleclot are going to leave you now to heal and get back on your grizzy. Get back on your shinny. That's supposed to be shine. Get back on your throne. Okay? Because we all have a throne. That's what we need to see. We're all superstars. We're all winners. Okay? Everybody's good for what they're good for. Everybody fit where they fit. Okay? And don't let nobody tell you you can't swear in your videos. Don't let people mold your personality, because that shit blocks you from being able to just flow. You understand what I'm saying? So fucking swear if you want to. Do you. That's where your power is at. That's the type of people that God wants to draw to you. People who speak your language. People who feel your vibe. So in order for the right people to gravitate toward you, you have to be in your right vibe. In order for you to connect with the messages that you're supposed to connect to, you have to be in your right vibe. Your vibration is like your ID card for the universe. If you're not using your actual ID, then you cannot connect to or gain access to any of the Akashic records that Astro Queen can actually connect to, because it's like, you're not Astro Queen. You look like her, kinda. Well, physically you look like her, but spiritually that's not Astro Queen. Who are you? You see? So by being who we are, that is our ID. The universe recognizes us. Whether people accept who we are or understand who we are or not is irrelevant. Be who you are. That's where your power is. Okay? So I don't know if you're going to fall down further before you get back up. I don't know if you're just going to try and get yourself back up, or what you're going to do going forward. But whatever you choose to do, I wish you the very best. But if you choose to solve the darkness, I don't wish you better than I wish myself, because darkness don't have no power over me. When it comes to measuring me with the darkness, I am the fucking done. So, either we could be equals, or you could give me power to be above you by being my enemy. Okay? So it's either we both win or I win. And I would prefer we both win. Because I see several tarot readers that is like, yeah, it's a good look. It's a good look. But right now there's too much disharmony. There's too much disunity. There's too much fragments. We're too broken. When we're supposed to be coming together and even fucking making a fucking a oracle fucking association, a oracle tarot and oracle association where we could bounce ideas off of one another and strengthen our gifts and shit. We're fighting each other to outdo each other. When the truth of the matter is, none of us are like the other. All of us are how we are because that's how God needs us to be to reach the people that we need to reach. See? So being ourselves is the best thing that we can do for the collective and ourselves. Okay? Because if you look at what I do, it takes kahunas to do what the fuck I do. And God made me that way because that's what God want me to be. That's who God want me to be, and that's what God want me to do. Because I ain't about to be scared of these assholes. Somebody need to put them in their fucking place. And it's like, if they're gonna kill me, I'm willing to take that chance. But I don't think that they'll be able to because I'm on God's mission. I'm not on my own mission. You see? So I have the courage. I have the courage to do what I be doing with these government gossip readings and talking to the civil servants and revealing like secrets, government secrets and all that shit. I only did that because I had to put them in their place and show them what I can do if I wanted to. But it's not my desire to like cause all these stir-ups and stuff. I want to help the people. I'm here for the people, okay? I want the people to see the strength within their self and recognize that without this fucking government, the world would be a better place. And instead of being so reliant on the government, it's about time that we start to get into our own power and that sense of community and make things happen our fucking self. Okay? And then when they send in their soldiers and their police to try and disrupt shit, then we fuck them up. That's my vision for the future. We the people rule. We the people rock. We the people are the ones with the power. Government officials are supposed to be representatives of the people. That's what they're supposed to be. They need to get back to that. They're supposed to be the voice of their respective communities. They're supposed to be the voice of their respect. So that's why they have like town hall meetings. So everybody who care about the social issues and stuff like that, they get together with their MP or whatever it is. They tell that person what's going on, because we are the ones who are suffering from decisions that are being made. So if we got issue, then we're supposed to be able to tell them that, yeah, so and so now we're good because it's causing so and so and so. And then that person now supposed to go back and tell the head up, the other level, okay, where the budget is and people who can actually implement and hire whoever they need to hire to get whatever they need done so that our communities could be prosperous and thriving. That's what it's supposed to be like. Okay? And if they won't do it, then we're going to do it ourselves. That's my vision of the future. And when they send in their soldiers and their police and whatnot to come fuck shit up like they usually do, and they try to poison our waters and shit, we hunt them down and we take them the fuck out. Anyway, if you watch this whole thing, thank you for watching. And I hope that you learned something from it. I hope that it brings you back to your power. Okay? Because we love you. Whether you know it or not, you are loved by your audience. And you are needed by your audience. That includes me. You are my fucking go-to. Every day I get up, I watch me some Astro Queen. That's my national news, okay? So, get back on your grizzy. Thank you.